Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Trevor again with grainfreeme.com. Today we're working on my tortilla and deli wrap recipe using my tortilla and deli wrap mix. I'll apologize for my voice. It's a little bit rougher tonight than usual. It's been a long day, so my MECFS is kind of kicking in, and I just really wanted to finish off a couple of other videos tonight and get them uploaded for you guys. So we're starting off with my mix, 4 eggs, and this is a pretty versatile mix for doing soft shell tacos. One thing I like about it is the fact that you can, start with the basic mix, and then you can add taco seasoning, ranch dressing, curry powder. It really depends on what you want to use it for, but for me, this works really good. I've got my 2 scoops out there, which I'll show you guys later. That you can make, different sized tortillas this way, and deli wraps. I'm still trying to figure out. I bought a crepe maker a couple weeks ago that I haven't had a chance to work with yet, but eventually I'll figure out a way to do a burrito size, but for now, this works really good for deli wraps, for tacos, BLT wraps. And there we've got 4 tablespoons, half a stick of butter. And I am using my stand mixer this time around. It's just, for me, it's so much easier. We're going to end up doing 6 tablespoons of mayo, which turns out to be around 84 grams. And, with all of my mixes, a couple of grams here and there isn't going to make a huge difference in how it cooks or how it tastes. Probably should have edited this down a little bit more, but there we've got 3/4 cup of boxed egg whites, which is basically another 4 eggs, or 4 egg whites. Okay, well, might have to go back and edit this a little bit more. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. Not sure why I didn't cut this part out. All right. Finally, okay. There I am. Let's get back to it, shall we? This is one of the good things about MECFS. Sometimes you just get completely lost in what you're doing. And we're just measuring out the mayo there. And this is softened butter. I let it sit out overnight. You could put it, if you're pulling it straight out of the fridge, put it in the microwave, melt it. It'll help mix a lot better. And now we're going to get into it. So we're going to break our eggs. And I've said in some of my other videos, eggs are always going to be a little bit different. You're never going to get consistent eggs. So this is one of the regular recipes that I use on a, very regular basis. So, as long as you're using a large rated egg, you shouldn't have too many issues. And here I'm just breaking up because this has Parmesan cheese in it, so I'm trying to break up some of the lumps and clumps that I had in my pizza crust video. And here we're going to dump in the mayo and the butter. We're going to dump in our 4 egg whites. We're going to get the whisk on. Start it off on 1 and then bump it up to 5 or 6 after everything is broken up and mixed pretty well. Give that a second, and then we're going to turn it back down to 1 and start dumping in our tortilla and deli wrap mix. I would say, this is a pretty thick mixture, especially if you let it sit for a couple of minutes before you start portioning it out. I'm going to scrape down the sides, make sure all the powder is off the side of the stand mixer. And you can do this with a blender, you can do it with a whisk, you can do it with a spatula, but for me, the stand mixer is just the easiest way to do it. Easier cleanup. And here, I wanted to show both ways of doing a traditional taco size wrap, or a traditional taco size tortilla, along with the larger deli wrap. And I was shooting for, I believe I was shooting for 16 and 8. So 16 of the medium-sized, standard-sized taco and 8 deli wrap sized. And I also kind of wanted to show that this is a great way that if you want to portion this out into different flavors, that you can put it in another bowl, add some curry powder, add some taco seasoning, add ranch dressing seasoning, that all this stuff that I'm going to have on the website down the road. And these are 7-inch parchment paper, which works great for keeping them separated. If you just put one on top of the other, they're gonna glue together, and you don't want that. So I had sprayed this with a little bit of olive oil. I'm breaking out my favorite little brush, gonna wipe it down. And it doesn't take a lot of oil. I mean, you don't want it being puddled in there. So small scoop, or a medium scoop, and then press it down. We're going to go for 1 minute. And I always kind of wiggle the top lid as I'm pushing it down. And you might be able to see it there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then give it a nice squeeze. Make sure that it's completely pressed down. Again, a minute later, pop it off. And these are actually cooked at about 45-50 seconds, so you can pull them off a little bit early. If you go too long with them, they do get crunchy and then they'll break. And here we're using the bigger scoop to show you the deli wrap size, which is about perfect for me. I mean, it doesn't look like there's that much difference there, but when it comes to making tacos versus deli wraps, it really does work out good. Sometimes it'll stick to the top there. I've got 2 of these waffle cone makers. So after everything's cooked up, let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes, then into the freezer for a half hour or so. And I use a one of my cutting boards. You can use one of the cooking racks, and I usually break these down into 4 or 6. And I'm using the gentle and moist option. I was just keeping my finger there to make sure that it didn't smush down too much. Sometimes you'll have to hit the manual seal button depending on your sealer. And then I like to, make sure you label these, because otherwise, it's, if you're like me, if you've got company coming over, you're like, I need 8 wraps, and you grab a pack that's only got 3 in it. Not so good. So that's pretty much it, guys. These will go straight into the freezer now, unless you're going to use them right away. These will easily last a month in the freezer. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.